Hello, hello. It's Wellness Wednesday. So, today we're going to talk about good food choices, and I'm actually going to do an experiment, or at least I'm going to start an experiment. So, if any of you, if any of the parents of my patients are on, or people who've heard me talk about nutrition, you've probably heard me say that, you are what you eat, and we really want to eat live foods. And sometimes when parents ask me about foods for their children, they will ask maybe about first foods, baby foods, if the jar baby foods or the packaged baby foods are okay. They are okay, and a lot of parents will say they're going to do the organic ones. But the rule of thumb really is that anything that is processed, hi Moses, anything that is processed is actually going to kind of probably sit in your gut for a little while. Whereas whole live foods that kind of have their own enzymes and start breaking down right away, it will be easier for you to digest. And so what are real live foods? Things like fruits and vegetables, things that if you leave them out on a counter, they're going to start to go bad. They're going to start to disintegrate. So, you leave, say, a banana on the counter. That's one that goes bad really quickly. So you leave a banana out, you're going to see it start to go bad within a few days. Whereas if you take something processed like a box of cereal, you can leave that in the cabinet for months and maybe even years. So what I want to do, since, I am a scientist, I'm going to be the mad scientist today. And I decided that I'm going to do an experiment because I admit I'm a little bit anti-McDonald's. And it's not just McDonald's, it's, fast foods. And I do believe in following the 80-20 rule. So if 80% of the time you're eating real, live, healthy foods, then that's good. And 20% of the time you can have fun. So if that 20% of the time you want to have McDonald's, then go for it. But I'm going to use McDonald's in my little experiment. So for my experiment, I have mason jars. I have 2 mason jars. And I have a Happy Meal from McDonald's. Because as a pediatrician, obviously, Happy Meals are what some of my patients may be eating. So I decided to do a little experiment because I went to a conference once where someone had a hamburger and French fries from McDonald's that they had actually, they had it from like a long time ago, and it looked totally normal. So I want to recreate my own experiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, let me see what's in this, see what we have here. Well, actually, we have apples in our what you call it? Okay, see, I'm having a brain fart. We have apples in our little Happy Meal. That's what it's called. Okay, we have apples here. So these are supposed to be, these are healthy, even though. Oh, they don't even have the skin on them. What kind of skinless apples? Okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to put these in the jar too and see what happens with these. I'm told that these apples themselves have something on them because when you think about it, see, these apples are in a little bag, and I don't know how long this bag's been around, but why don't you cut up an apple in your house, put it in a baggie, and see how long it can last without starting to turn brown. I don't think it's going to last long at all. So we already know that there's something processed about this because this looks way too good. And any normal apple without some type of preservative added will not still have its color after sitting in this plastic bag. But we're going to add this to our jar. Let's see what else we have in here. So, yep, we have our hamburger here, and we have some French fries. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the hamburger and the French fries, and if it fits, I'm going to put the apple in here too. I'm going to put the hamburger, the French fries, and the apple in this mason jar. And then in another mason jar, in another mason jar, I'm actually going to put this banana. And as you can see, this banana, it's actually, it's still a little bit green. So I didn't pick a banana that was already starting to go bad. So I'm going to put this banana in the other mason jar. And then we're going to just see what happens. Like, does the banana turn color? How long does it take until it kind of starts to disintegrate? And we're going to see, like, how long will it take for the hamburger to look weird and the French fries? And I'm going to come back and tell you how my experiment is going as the weeks, months, maybe even years go by. So that's what we're going to do today, is we're just going to have this little experiment. So I just wanted you to know. In fact, let me just see if I can set up so you guys can see me doing it. So you can see everything going in here. So here we go. We have our hamburger, and it's just a plain little hamburger. You can see it on the bun. Stick that. Oh, oops, it's going to be a tight fit. Ooh, squeeze the hamburger in. Okay. Okay, so our hamburger is in. And then we have our French fries. So we'll take our French fries. And maybe we won't put, they're off. Got some French fries in there. Okay. So we got hamburger, French fries, and the apple's not looking good. You know what? We're just going to put the hamburger and the French fries in this one, and we're going to put the apple in another one. So here's our hamburger and French fries. So we can kind of keep an eye on this and see how that looks over a period of time. Now in here, we can put our apple and our banana. Okay, so here's the apple. I'm gonna leave it in the little baggie the way they have it, because the banana is you can say the banana is like in a natural wrap. Oh, hi Tiffany, how you doing? Happy Wellness Wednesday to you too, Tiffany. And it looks like a few other people are on, but I can't see. Hi Katie. Hi Katie Walker. I can't see everybody else. You have to type something in so I can see that you're there. Uh-oh, my banana's not going to fit. Yeah, it will. I'll make it fit. Okay, so now we have our banana and our apple. Let me turn it around so we can easily see what's going on with the apple as we do this. Okay, so now our experiment is starting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to label these. I'm going to put today's date on here so that I can go back and look at these. And I'm going to start using these when I'm doing talks. And I'm going to bring them with me, especially if it's, let's say it's 6 months from now, and this still looks just like this. But maybe my banana looks different. And one of the reasons I'm doing both is because I did put it in this mason jar that it's an airtight seal. So some people may say, oh, well, anything should last in there, but it shouldn't last that long. We're going to see what the banana actually does. So, this is basically, as an experiment goes, I guess you could say this is my control to see. This is what we would expect normal things to do. We know that normally a banana is easily digestible. It breaks down really easy. So let's see how long it takes this banana to break down in this jar. And these apples that are in this little baggie. And then we're going to see what happens with our French fries and hamburger. So you have to stay tuned for my Wellness Wednesdays. I probably won't show these again for maybe another month. We can give it a month because, I mean, you would think that after a month, this would look really crazy, right? And this would too. And if something starts to deteriorate too quickly, then I'll come back in less than a month and show you about this again. But just remember that you want to eat real, live foods. That's going to be better for you. Follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you eat, 80% of the time you eat whole live foods, real foods. 20% of the time, have fun. We don't want anybody to feel like, they're being deprived of anything. But if you follow that rule, you can live a pretty healthy lifestyle. And the other thing to remember about eating healthier is to pay attention to your body. Pay attention to how you feel after you eat certain foods, because after you eat something that's really healthy and good for you, you generally will have a lot of energy. Whereas after you eat something that maybe is not so healthy for you, you tend to feel sluggish, like, you really need to take a nap. So that can give you an idea. And what has happened with some people is if you start to really change your diet to healthier foods, when you try to go back to some of the foods that you used to eat, you will definitely notice a difference. Okay? So I'm going to sign out. So me and my jars are signing out. My experiment, we're signing out for today. And we will see you again next week for Wellness Wednesday. And one more thing I will say. The other thing that my friend told me I said this on the last broadcast, so I don't know if you guys just came over from my regular page, but I'm going to repeat that on this page too. If you, to make sure that you get my live broadcast, so this isn't really for the people who are on right now live, because you're obviously on, you obviously got a notification, but if you're not getting my notifications, once you, right under the like button, if you scroll down, you can actually enable notifications when I go live. That way you would know whether I'm live. Now, in the past, I've been doing my Wellness Wednesdays during lunchtime when I'm out like walking. And I noticed that I'm sure everybody over on the West Coast where I am is actually at work too, so they're not on. And the East Coast people are probably still at work also. So this is a different time for me. I wanted to kind of play around with the times, and I do seem to have more people here, so I'm going to have to do an informal poll for people to let me know whether you prefer to be on live with me and have me do it in the evenings, or if you like it when I'm out walking, because I had some people last week tell me that they like me being out walking. And hi, Cindy. Tiffany, you got a whole thing going on here, huh? What's going on? A lot of people are on here. You guys are having a Tiffany party, huh? So let's see. Oh, these are your cousins. How lovely. Lovely, lovely. Well, I'm glad that you and your relatives are all on here supporting my Wellness Wednesday. So your family's going to be healthy, huh? Great. Okay, so, hi, Moses. Thank you. So you said either way and time. Well, thanks for saying I'm awesome. So we're going to kind of play this by ear. I'm going to see, today I was actually at a conference, so I couldn't get on earlier. And I'm going to see how it works. So I may switch it around somewhat. I may do some during the day and some in the evenings, but it will always be on Wednesdays. So spread the word to your friends to get on Wellness Wednesday, to get some healthy tips. And I will see you guys next Wednesday. You have a wonderful Wednesday. Good night.